Gary, you've agreed to visit Shropshire and Marches and lead us
Gosh.
in a conversation, and you've given us a lovely title, "Singing the Lord's Song in a Strange Land: Holiness, Letting Go, and Being a Fully Present Church Today." But I wonder if you could just by way of invitation say a little bit about what you think that means.
Sure. Well, we've been talking over the life in the circuit there and the kind of things I might do with students here or with people in other circuits nearby. And some common themes popped up, didn't they? And these are fragile times. I think a lot of people are sad or anxious or unsure about how to be church in these times. And those who've grown up with church have so many memories of when it felt different, of course. And the key question seems to be how do we get on with being church now when we don't really know what the future is going to be like, and we can't keep dwelling on the past. So that's the fully present bit. How do we live in this moment and let go some of our preoccupation with the outcome? That's for the next people. You know, how it will work itself out. And how do we treasure what has mattered to us from the past, what has made us who we are, without being obsessed with it? You know, how do we actually live the present as Christian people? What is it in our tradition and in our life together as a little community, which might be a gift to the societies that we live in? And we can surprise ourselves all the time, I think, when we begin to ask what can we pour out as a legacy for the future? What is there in our life now, which other people might work with and be grateful for? So that's the kind of thing we're thinking about.
Yeah, yeah. If you could, what is there one thing that you might say that being the church today means?
Yeah. It's about trying to be faithful. And for each of us, that'll have a particular flavor depending on where we are and what circumstances we're in. But just trying to be faithful now. But it's definitely about the way we relate to each other.
Hmm.
We were talking earlier about the kind of things we lived through during the COVID years, and the ways in which we connected a bit differently, probably because we were against this invisible threat. So there's a sense of being in it together and being interdependent. So I'm wondering why we can't remember that we are interdependent all the time as human beings. What does it mean to be the body of Christ? Somehow we're connected. It's part of our DNA as church to be connected. So how do we make the everyday efforts to remember we're connected and to make those connections enough to be curious about each other?
Yeah, and in a world that's fragmenting,
That's our gift.
that might be our greatest gift.
Yeah, we may be 8 people meeting now and again to worship, but we're also a little parable as those 8 people. You know, whatever little society we can make or aspire to make together is a gift to the bigger society where we're meeting and living.
Fantastic. That's Gary. I'm really looking forward to sharing the day with you, and
Yeah, me too.
I hope that folk in Shropshire and Marches and some surrounding circuits too might look forward to coming and joining us for a conversation. Bless you,
Great.
mate. See you soon.
Good. Get the kettle on.
I'll do just that.
Thank you very much.